Hey guys, welcome to another video from Historic Militaria. We've been looking at some helmets lately, and this one is a real rarity to be looking at. This is a Soviet Ssh-36 made before World War II. As the name implies, it was introduced in 1936 and was actually developed, I believe, by a gentleman named Alexander Schwarz, something close to that. Obviously, this helmet is copied somewhat from the German M35 Stahlhelm, which actually was introduced only a year before. But you can definitely see some of the features that this shares with the Stahlhelm, kind of the sweep here and the flare here. But it is a distinctly Soviet design. It is also a little bit similar to the Bulgarian M36, but again, very different and very distinct. So it wasn't an exact copy of any of those, and I don't think any of certainly the Bulgarian was not a direct copy of this. One thing it does share with the Bulgarian helmet is a crest. The Bulgarian one is actually sort of rolled into the metal. This one is a separate piece, kind of like the Adrian's, which this one replaced. I believe this was actually the first Soviet design that was mass-produced, that was an all-Soviet design. Before this, they had used the Adrian helmet, which was, of course, the French version from 1915, and that kind of spread worldwide. Lots of militaries used it, and the Red Army, the White Army, and the Soviets later on really used that a lot. You saw that, I mean, as far away as Mexico and Central and South America, Adrians were being used. So this is a very distinct design. These were actually, I believe, first used in combat by Republican forces in the Spanish Civil War. They were given to the Republican forces by Stalin, and so that's kind of where they had their baptism of fire. Soviet soldiers did use these in, I believe, Khalkhin Gol, over in the Far East, fighting the Japanese in pre-war years, as well as things like the Finnish War and the invasion of Poland at the beginning of World War II. Now, this one has a desirable red star in the front, and you do see that on a lot of these. That's just sort of the skeletal red star that was put on. And turning it around, we've just got obviously the side profile of this. Nothing amazing, just very much, you can see that Stahlhelm look, and also the skirt coming out here. You have your one rivet to hold your chin strap in place. And then you have another one, which would be for the liner. And of course, turn it one more time. You've got one for your chin strap here as well. Now, the original liners for these would have been leather, but pretty quickly the Soviets realized that probably wasn't going to work for them, so they moved on to cloth, and that was sort of the standard one you'd see. Unfortunately, this guy does not have a liner, so it is in nice shape, but again, no liner in this one. So you're looking at the raw helmet shell, but it does have the chin strap, and it does have the attachment points for the liner, but unfortunately no liner. The chin strap itself is a very standard Soviet chin strap. You've got your swivel there, you've got your one rivet which holds it, and then you've got your buckle. Don't want this to bang into anything. You've got your standard Soviet buckle, which would be the same on your SSH-39 and your wartime SSH-40s. And you've got your adjustment strap right there. And we'll get a little bit closer look at that rivet. A lot of people kind of want to know what these look like, because on the SSH-40s, it can be kind of hard to tell, is your helmet wartime or pre-war? And obviously, this is a wartime helmet. Sorry, let me rephrase that. On your SSH-40, you'd be looking post-war or wartime, and a lot of people want a wartime helmet, and this is what a wartime rivet is going to look like. The other thing that you're going to see on these is your manufacturing stamp. And if we can actually get a good shot of that. Now the CT there actually stands for Stalingrad Tractor Factory. And then you've got a year of 1939 as your year of manufacture, obviously. The Soviets were very good about marking their helmets in an ink stamp with the factory, the size, and the year. Unfortunately, that does wear away, like this one is starting to. So you don't always have the benefit of that. But this one's got a nice stamp, so you really know it's kind of a later production SSH-36. And I believe these were phased out by about 1941, although they did remain in Soviet service all through World War II, but they were replaced by SSH-39s and 40s, obviously, as the war progressed. And you've got a couple of just other stamps, which I'm actually unsure of in terms of what they mean. And you've got that there as well. So, just to give you an idea of what you're looking at with an SSH-36, they are pretty uncommon today. They certainly do exist, and people do run into them. But it is I'd say it's a generally rare helmet, especially in any kind of decent shape. You can find relicked out ones that have been excavated from battlefields fairly easily, but ones that actually survived and didn't take battle damage and are in any kind of halfway decent shape. Pretty unusual. This has got the standard Soviet wartime or pre-war green color that you're going to see on these, and it's a kind of a distinctive green. The later ones, or later Soviet helmets after the war, have a very different kind of green it's almost more dull, if you will, more of a pea color, whereas this one's more of an olive drab color. So just hope you've enjoyed taking a look at a helmet that not a lot of people get a good close-up, and I know I certainly enjoy taking a look at this one as well. If you enjoy what you're seeing, hit the like and subscribe button, leave a comment, and tell us further things you'd like to see, and if we can get them, we will definitely be happy to do a video on them. Thank you very much for watching, and look forward to doing more for you.